everyone. In every crisis, there is a message. Crises are nature's way of forcing change, breaking down old structures, shaking loose negative habits so that something new and better can take their place. With this view in mind, Honorable Director of our institute, Dr. Vasanta Helvi Reddy sir, has organized an international e-conference on strategies and challenges in higher education during COVID-19 lockdown period in India with reference to the world. This conference provides international platform to all learned people to discuss the challenges of COVID-19, also strategies against COVID-19 in India and abroad, economic effects and public related issues. I am confident that participants will definitely benefited by joining this international e-conference. I would like to thank Dr. Helvi sir for giving me a chance to share few words. I would like to thank Dr. S.P. Yavli, Organizing Secretary of this conference, Dr. K.G. Patil as a Publication Chairman, Dr. Keshav Tupi, Joint Director of Higher Education, Amravati Region, Dr. Tade, Publicity and Public Relations Chairman, Dr. Mayode, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Siddiqui Ma'am, Organizing Coordinator, Dr. Sauji and all Organizing and Technical Committee members. Also those are directly or indirectly involved in making grand success of this international e-conference. I, Professor Vijaya Sangawar, welcomes you all in this 15 minutes slots allotted to me. During this slot, I will try to highlight some issues related to higher education during COVID-19 and after COVID-19. I know that it is very difficult to cover all the aspects in such a short span. Okay, friends, the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic has created immediate and unprecedented challenges in the field of education. As of 31st March, 185 countries around the globe have implemented or announced the closure of schools and universities. Nearly 1.5 billion children and youth have been impacted by the crisis. In India, all education systems, from schools to universities, were among the first of many organizations which started shutting down as a precautionary measure to prevent the spread of the virus. The whole education system was confronted with adversity when on 24 March, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ordered a nationwide lockdown. The lockdown limits the movement of the entire 1.3 billion population of India, compelling both the private and government education systems all over the country to suspend classes indefinitely. About 60 million students across the globe are limited to home during the crucial months of February to April, we generally see a flurry of curricular and assessment activities. Institutions and students alike are under pressure to not lose academic time and reinvent their teaching learning. The only possible way in such a case was go completely online. Friends, the first three waves of education systems that evolved over 2000 years of civilization are: the first one is the Gurukul system, one master to a few pupils, in which the entire journey of learning was closely linked to the nature and to life, and not confined to memorizing some information. Second, the traditional university system, one to many learners. And third one is a distance learning, one to very many learners across the spectrum. The new total technology mediated fourth education wave termed as a Education 4.0 has came into play. Undeniably, the lockdown created an unpredicted pressure on the system to succor the education of nearly 300 million children across 1.4 billion education systems in the country. The concept of education changed overnight, and in these times of crisis, digital learning has emerged as an indispensable resource for education. Digital technology is providing all sorts of remote learning opportunities for students across the globe and enabling teachers to create virtual experiences. Now the question is that what is there in online education? Friends, online education is conducted in two ways. The first is through the use of recorded classes, which when opened out to public are referred to as Massive Open Online Course, that is MOOCs. The second one is via live online classes conducted as webinars or Zoom sessions. And for this, all education systems from schools to university require high-speed internet and education delivery platforms or learning management systems. Students also need high-speed internet and computers or mobiles to attend these sessions or watch pre-recorded classes. There are many platforms created to enable online education in India. They are supported by the Ministry of Human Resource Development (MHRD), the National Council of Educational Research and Training (NCERT), and the Department of Technical Education. There also are initiatives like ePG Pathshala, eContent, Swayam that gives online courses for teachers, and NEET for enhancing employability. These are utilized for course materials and classes. And running of online models include the National Project on Technology Enhanced Learning NPTEL, National Knowledge Network NKN, and National Academic Depository NAD, among others. All around the world, schools are leveraging existing platforms from the likes of Google Classroom, Microsoft Education, and conferencing apps like Zoom. Friends, the concept of learning sciences is teacher-centric and technology is learner-centric. Learning is about gradually inducing changes in learners' action and behavior. The learning process in incremental steps induces change in thinking and mental models of the learner through deep understanding and conceptual strengthening. After each learning episode, the learner will be able to apply the acquired knowledge in practical situations in life, profession, or workplace. In India, where colleges mostly focus on physical learning or more of the conventional face-to-face mode of learning, education is not just about classes. It is about interactions, broadening of ideas, free-flowing open discussions, debates, and mentoring of each student. I agree that mentoring, debates, and casual conversations are better in traditional classrooms. There is just no comparison. The greatest advantage of face-to-face teaching is eye contact. It is easy to gauge if students are following what I am saying. There is an excitement present in the real classroom. The question arises, does it possible with total technology mediated education 4.0? No doubt, online has become the default mode of education during this long lockdown period in the wake of COVID-19. But there is a need to place equal importance to learning sciences in digital media. Put learning science and not technology in the forefront. Of course, even in the post COVID-19 era, offline or conventional education models will not become obsolete. They will survive. However, blended learning, a combination of classroom and online modes, will be the norm. Technology enables, but there are limits too. Especially in India, where basic access is challenged, not every student has a computer or fast streaming internet at home. This leads to issues with attendance and participation in online sessions. The main issue with online teaching is that some of our students come from remote villages with slow and patchy internet access. Exams would need to be conducted at commercial exam centers. Students would need to travel to the nearest center. Connectivity and internet as a key challenges for most of the students. Many students survive on 1 GB or 2 GB daily data plans on their phones. Not everyone has Wi-Fi at home, and they have to manage their entire coursework on that. We should therefore adopt a focused, systematic program of using the power of technology to enable learning. The next frontier to be faced is research. How online learning will change the face of research will be an interesting crystal ball gazing exercise to do. I understand that it's hard for everyone, but one cannot give into emotions. We have to work on overcoming it with the hope that something good comes out of this current COVID-19 crisis. I take your leave. Stay at home. Stay safe. Thank you.